Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host Mel Rose, and this is your 2-card reading for Monday, October 23, 2023. The sun just now moved into Scorpio, rejoining Mercury and Mars there, so the band is back together and they're focused more on Scorpio things, which are less about our connections to other people and more about our own sense of emotional and intuitive integrity. So we want to we're doing the deep dive within at this time and for the coming month. The waxing gibbous moon is in Aquarius, so we're working to achieve some goals perhaps, and we're taking a pretty broad view on how it is that we might go about helping and influencing the broader culture by the actions that we're taking right now. And this Saturday, I just want to say there's a full moon and lunar eclipse coming up in Taurus. Full moon and lunar eclipses can be kind of exciting. They can be a little bit stressful. It really kind of depends on who you are and what your experience is. And honestly, it's a good time to lay low and just sort of observe how things go for you when the eclipse comes through. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of cards here, and we're going to do our 2-card reading for today. All right, we have the 8 of Wands, and I'll lay that second card down there. Now, 8 of Wands always gives me this sort of full speed ahead, and this card is a great illustration of the 8 of Wands vibe, because really the 8 of Wands is like you have a full tank of gas, a sunny day, and an open road to drive down, right? So, and you're already in motion, so things are already going forward for us. We have a lot of momentum on our side. There's a big sort of go ahead here. There's also an indication of, wands are fire. That's sort of like inspiration and joy and delight, but that kind of inspiration that sort of sparks a desire to get moving in us. And so there's information and inspiration coming in at this time as we're rolling forward toward that full moon, getting our, trying to culminate some of our goals, or at least partially culminate some of our goals, so that we can say that we accomplish something this month when we get to that full moon in Taurus on Saturday. So 8 of Wands, very positive card, very just, go ahead. It's a whole bunch of thumbs up, and it's a whole bunch of like, I feel the fire of inspiration, and I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the path I am and make the progress that I can make right now. And on the other card, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is really appropriate to me for the sun moving on into Scorpio. Mercury and Mars are already there. So Scorpio is our fixed water sign. There's a key line I like to repeat for Scorpio, and that is that still waters run deep, right? So we see the Queen of Cups. Cups is about water. It's about that emotional and intuitive center that we have, and how well in contact we are with it, like what kind of relationship we have with our own interior, the way things feel for us, and the sort of information that arises with our emotions. And you see the Queen is sitting here on a throne. Queens are in leadership because they serve people. This is a person who's responsible not just for themselves, but for multiple people, for, a nation, presumably of people. And the water, this person's throne sits on the sand, and the water is sort of rushing up over their feet. And so, we see a little bit of water. It represents those emotions and those intuitions. We see a little emotional turmoil, right? And what happens is when the emotion rises, it is information about what our intuition is telling us. And so when the emotion arises, when the Queen feels something, she articulates that at least to herself. And then she gazes deeply into the still waters in her cup, and noticing what the emotion has said, she's referring to her intuition, and she's taking that information so that she knows how to move forward with compassion and grace and kindness for the people that rely on her, okay? So that's the Queen of Cups. She is in command of her her emotions. She understands what is coming up for her, and she understands that those emotional impulses, those emotional ideas that come into her mind, the information that arises from them, that is intuitive information. And she uses that to make the progress that she seeks to make. Okay, so the Queen of Cups, being an emotional, intuitive person, may not be the kind of person to just jump on a motorcycle and ride down the road. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't experience momentum, inspiration, and the desire to make progress. But we're talking at this time about emotional progress. We're talking about intuitive progress. We're talking about looking at our own ways of being around emotions and the intuitive impulses that come up, and you know, gaining some inspiration as to how to make progress with that information, on that information, and within our own hearts, regarding you know, what it is that we're trying to achieve, where it is we're trying to go, what it is we're trying to get to or become, right? Be, do, or have. Right. So when the emotional impulse comes up and it inspires you to take action, in the form of actual actions, in the form of thoughts, words, and plans, in the form of your sense of purpose, when that information arises from your emotions, from your intuitive gut, take it seriously and take it with you on your journey. And I think that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. If you find this inspirational, if you find this helpful at all, if you think that you're learning anything about tarot, any of that, please just like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. That's how you can help me. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you all in the next video.